Did a Hollywood producer behind How to Get Away with Murder try to get away with sexual assault? Tonight, shocking allegations from a man who is coming forward, accusing a top Hollywood producer of hits, including Blue Bloods, 6 Feet Under, Supernatural, and Alias, of sexually assaulting him. The victim, a military veteran who asks to be identified as John, claims that Laurence Andries assaulted him in June of 2022. The lawsuit alleges that the producer drugged John before committing sexual acts while he was unconscious. The producer now faces 6 charges related to sexual assault, including sodomy, oral copulation, and penetration, quote, by anesthesia or a controlled substance. The producer was formally charged in September of last year. He pleaded not guilty and is currently out on bail. But now John wants to come forward. He is worried that he isn't alone. John recalls that producer telling him about his time as a camp counselor. And NewsNation has learned exclusively that Andries was a summer camp counselor for 40 years at Camp Beckett in Western Massachusetts. NewsNation reached out to Camp Beckett for comment. We have not yet heard back. Here's my conversation with John Doe and his attorney, Samuel Dordulian. The account of the assault is deeply disturbing. I'm so sorry to hear about what you've gone through. You say that your life has been destroyed by this. Can you briefly describe what happened?
I don't want to get into too many details about the event, but I went out with someone I thought was a friend, and someone who had been a friend for a long time and a mentor, and I believe that he drugged one of my drinks, and there was a point where I just don't remember anything, where I went everything. I mean, I have flashes, but other than that, it's like remembering a dream of a dream. And then I woke up. I don't want to get into the details, but yeah, I'm sorry. I can't say the word when I talk about it. I can't say the word.
I understand. When you came to, what made you believe that something had happened?
I had no memory of it. Well, when I woke up, I had no memory. All I remember was talking to a couple of girls and the night before, and that's never happened to me. I have experience going out, and it's never happened. And I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. I felt like my entire body was bulldozed. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It was horrible. My head felt like it was literally hit by a sledgehammer, and I couldn't lift my head. I couldn't lift my hands. I was having trouble controlling my movements. I was slurring my words. When I talked, I was listening to myself and thinking something doesn't feel right, and I don't feel right. And breathing it was like lifting 1,000 pounds just to breathe.
Yeah, and you say that you had a history with this producer. How long did you know him for?
For a while, since 2014, 15.
Wow.
I was in a writing program, and he was one of the mentors, and he just seemed like a really good guy, and he mentored kids, and I thought, oh, this is such a cool person. He helps people, and it was just like you build a friendship with people you meet, and I trust everything about him. I thought I could trust him. I really did, but it was a friendship. I really thought we were friends.
Yeah. I know that you've expressed concerns, and the whole reason that you're speaking to us here at NewsNation tonight is that you are worried that there could be other victims, specifically from the producer's time as a camp counselor. What leads you to believe that that might be the case?
When viewed in retrospect and looking, again, I don't want to get into the details of the event, but when viewed in retrospect, everything about it to me screams that I'm not the first one he's done this to, because the ease with which he did this, the way he positioned himself, the gaslighting that happens almost immediately, like everything, there was no concern for me at all as a human being. I told him several times, I'm freaking out. I'm having trouble moving my hands and my head, and nothing in him had any concern for me as a human being. And he was like, "Oh, you're fine." And I'm like, "I'm not fine, man. I feel like I've been hit by a truck." So, like everything about, in retrospect, again, because when you're going through it, I was confused and just trying to figure out how to get out. But in retrospect, every fiber of my being tells me it's not the first time he's done it, and if he is continued, sorry, every fiber of my being tells me that he's done it before and that he will do it again.
I understand. What was his interaction with you after the fact? What did he say? Did you ever confront him or ask him what happened? Have you had any interactions with him since?
I did, but that was under the guidance of law enforcement.
I see. What is your message to those other victims that you think are out there?
Just, I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to feel like you're broken. I know what it feels like to feel like you're destroyed inside. I know what it feels like to wake up every morning and feel like you're lifting a weight of despair and like you don't want to get out of bed. I know what that feels like. But if you come forward, just know that you will be protected. Your identity will be protected. And you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm doing this because there's a quote that has guided my life that says, "All it takes for evil to flourish is for good men and women to stand by and do nothing." And I can't do nothing. So if you are a victim, just know that, one, your identity will be protected, and there is a catharsis that you will experience in telling your truth and coming forward, because together our voices can help to ensure that this can't happen to anybody else. Because this pain is horrible, and I don't want this to happen to anybody else. I really don't. I'm sorry I got emotional.
You don't have to be sorry for a moment. I appreciate how difficult this is, and I truly appreciate you being here. If it's not too much, I want to ask you one more question, and then I want to turn it over to your attorney. I know that your offender is facing several sexual assault charges at this point. However, it seems that there's a reported 3-year plea agreement that may be on the table. Is 3 years enough?
No. Especially in California, when criminals seem to get out with no time served. My entire life has been altered by this, and I feel like it's destroyed. People keep telling me it's not, but I don't know if I'll ever be intimate with a woman again, because I feel broken inside. I feel disgusting. I feel like he did something to me that he violated something sacred inside of me. He took my choice away. I can never say no to that, because that choice was taken away from me. So I don't know how or when I'm going to get better from this. The only thing I can do to try to be strong is try to help others, and to try to stop it from happening, do everything I can legally, morally, and ethically to stop it from happening again.
And we certainly would want to be heard before any type of 3-year offer is actually given to the defendant.